The dreaded daily hunt. It's a scenario we've all faced at one point or another. You're running late for an important meeting or trying to get out the door for a much-needed break, and suddenly, you realize you can't find your keys. Panic sets in as you frantically search every possible place they could be. The clock is ticking and your frustration is mounting. Where did I put my keys? This question echoes in your mind as you retrace your steps, trying to remember the last time you had them. Did you leave them on the kitchen counter? Are they still in your coat pocket? Or did they somehow end up in the most unexpected place? Have you ever felt your heart sink as you realize your keys are missing? It's a sinking feeling that can ruin your entire day. You pat your pockets, check the usual spots, and even look in places you know they couldn't possibly be. Yet the keys remain elusive. It's a universal experience, a frantic scramble that steals time and peace of mind. The more you search, the more desperate you become. You start to wonder if you'll ever find them, and the stress begins to take its toll. We've all been there, digging through bags, retracing steps, and feeling a surge of frustration. It's as if the keys have vanished into thin air, and you're left questioning your own memory. Did you really put them in the bag? Or did you just think you did? But what if I told you there's a simple, almost effortless way to banish this daily dread? Imagine a life where you always know exactly where your keys are. No more frantic searches, no more stress, just a sense of calm and control. It's not about becoming superhumanly organized or developing a photographic memory. It's about creating a system that works for you, one that fits seamlessly into your daily routine. You don't need to overhaul your entire life, just make a few small changes that can have a big impact. It's about understanding the psychology behind why we misplace things, and then using a simple trick to outsmart our forgetful tendencies. By creating designated spots for your essentials and sticking to them, you can train your brain to remember where things are. Ready to break free from the key hunt cycle? Let's dive in. Together, we'll explore practical tips and strategies to help you keep track of your keys and other important items, so you can reclaim your time and peace of mind. The why behind the where decoding our forgetful minds. Our brains are wired to prioritize information deemed important. This means that everyday mundane tasks, like where we place our keys, often don't make the cut. The brain is a complex organ, constantly filtering through a barrage of sensory information to determine what needs to be stored and what can be discarded. When we toss our keys down without a second thought, our brains don't flag it as a significant event. This is because the act of placing keys down is so routine that it doesn't trigger the brain's alert system. We're often distracted, thinking about the next task or replaying a conversation. Our minds are constantly juggling multiple thoughts, from what we need to do next to reflecting on past events. This mental multitasking can lead to moments of inattention. This lack of focus during the act of putting the keys down leads to fuzzy memories later on. When our attention is divided, the brain doesn't encode the memory of where we place the keys effectively. Add to this the clutter factor. A cluttered environment can further complicate our ability to remember where we placed items. A cluttered entryway or a bag overflowing with belongings creates a camouflage effect. The more items there are in a space, the harder it becomes for our brain to single out one specific item. Our keys blend in, becoming visually insignificant amidst the chaos. This visual clutter makes it challenging for our brain to pinpoint the exact location of the keys. No wonder we struggle to recall their location. The combination of mental distraction and physical clutter creates the perfect storm for forgetfulness. By understanding these factors, we can take steps to improve our memory and reduce the frustration of lost keys. A place for everything. Introducing the designated drop zone. The solution lies in creating a designated drop zone for your keys. This isn't just about having a hook by the door, although that's a great start. It's about consciously choosing a specific, consistent spot where your keys will always live when they're not in your hand or actively in use. This designated drop zone becomes a visual cue, signaling to your brain, this is where the keys belong. By repeating this action consistently, you're essentially training your brain to associate that spot with your keys. Setting up your key oasis, a step-by-step guide. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to misplace your keys, but with a little organization, you can create a dedicated spot that ensures you always know where they are. Choose wisely. Select a spot near your entryway that's both convenient and visible. This should be a place you naturally gravitate towards when you enter your home. Think about your daily routine and where you usually drop your belongings. It could be a hook, a bowl, a tray, or any other container that suits your style. The key is to make it a habit to place your keys there every time you come home, or even a specific corner of a shelf. The goal is to have a consistent spot that becomes second nature to use. Declutter the zone. Make sure the area around your chosen spot is free from clutter. A clean and organized space not only looks better but also helps reduce stress and confusion. This visual clarity helps your brain register the presence of your keys. When your keys are in a clear designated spot, you're less likely to overlook them. Make it inviting. Consider adding a touch of personality to your drop zone. A decorative bowl, a colorful tray, or even a small piece of art can make this area more appealing. Or a funny key tag can make the act of putting your keys away more enjoyable. Personal touches not only make the space look better but also create a positive association with the habit of placing your keys there. By following these simple steps, you'll create a key oasis that brings order to your daily routine. No more frantic searches or misplaced keys. Just a calm, organized entryway that welcomes you home every day. Section 5. Never search again. The beauty of consistency. The key, pun intended, to making this work is consistency. Every single time you walk through the door, make a conscious effort to place your keys in their designated spot, no exceptions. It might feel strange at first, but with repetition, it will become an automatic habit. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't have to think about it anymore. It's simply part of your routine. The same principle applies here. With time and practice, putting your keys in their designated spot will become second nature. Section 6. Triumphant Tales. Real people, real results. I've seen this simple trick transform the lives of countless people, myself included. One of my readers, Sarah, used to spend precious minutes every morning searching for her keys. After implementing the designated drop zone, she reported feeling a sense of calm and control over her mornings. Another reader, John, shared that he no longer felt the urge to blame his family for misplacing his keys. He realized that by taking responsibility for his own actions and creating a consistent habit, he could eliminate the frustration altogether. Section 7. Beyond the key hook. Extending the power of place. The beauty of this method is that it extends far beyond just keys. You can apply the same principle to other frequently misplaced items like sunglasses, wallets, or phones. Assign each item a designated drop zone near your entryway, and watch as your morning routine becomes smoother and less stressful. Remember, it's not about achieving perfect organization overnight. It's about making small, sustainable changes that have a big impact on your daily life. Section 8. Habit Formation Hacks. From intention to automation. Visual reminders. Place a sticky note on your door or set a phone reminder for the first week to solidify the new habit. Reward yourself. Acknowledge your progress and celebrate small victories. Treat yourself to something enjoyable after a week of consistently using your designated drop zone. Enlist support. Share your new habit with family or roommates and encourage them to join in. Having a support system can increase accountability and make the process more fun. Section 9. Keys in hand, calm in mind, embrace the freedom. Imagine starting your day with a sense of calm and control, knowing exactly where to find your keys. No more frantic searches, no more wasted time, no more unnecessary stress. By implementing the simple yet powerful trick of a designated drop zone, you can reclaim those lost minutes and experience the freedom that comes with having a place for everything and everything in its place.